Guys, welcome back to the bush, to the prairies, to whatever you want to call it. We are in the Interlake region of Manitoba, home of Kevin Erickson, Mr. Hunting the Interlake. We tried to do something last year. We tried to target Sharptail Grouse. We targeted them, we just weren't successful. I don't know what happened.
Well, they seen us long before we saw them.
Yeah.
And we seen lots of birds, but they would jump up way ahead of us. So we're gonna try to skirt around bluffs and just try to get them closer this time and just push them off the bluffs and shoot them on the fly. So
the mighty Sharptail.
Yeah.
And we got Marcel. He's not filming, just with his head.
Yeah, just with my head.
There you go. My experience is rough grouse. I've filmed some Sharpies. Rough grouse is a little more like trails, gravel trails type thing, you know, back in the woods. This is out in the fields and they hang on these little bluffs, and I'm no expert, but I've been busted by my share of them. So today's the day, hopefully my first Sharptail grouse. Have you shot one, Marcel?
Yeah, but not many.
He hasn't shot one before, he says. And yeah, we're gonna go have some fun. All right, here we go.
I think if Jay busts, they'll come to us, and if we bust, they'll go to him.
Looking for a Sharptail. Well, we were splitting up, covering some ground. We got 3 of us. Last time when Kevin and I hunted, 2 of us were kind of together. Now we got me, Kevin, Marcel, and these little, I don't know if you call them bluffs or little clumps of. Couple big bucks over there, guys. Muleys.
When the Sharpies take off, you hear, it sounds like a chicken.
Like, oh, like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come over here, Jay, we'll push through this. But like when you're on a flock and then you can like bump them a few different times, like you see where they go and then you make a bunch of stalks on them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're on a flock for like an hour and it's so much fun. This is just perfect fringe for Sharptail here.
Yeah.
Like they love alfalfa.
What do they eat?
Like just like seeds and like the tops of this
Right.
grass, green grass and stuff too. Natural forage for the most part. Like they'll live in just like wild grasses like this and live.
My experience from last year, or even filming the Sharptail Minute, I couldn't believe it was one of the toughest things I've ever filmed, and that's why we're just filming with head cams right now, because the opportunities it just happens so fast, you know? Before you know it, those birds are up, and if you don't take your shot, or if they, you know, fly the wrong way, that's it. You might get, you know, 2 or 3 chances a day, depends on how good the hunting is, but oh, there's more. That was it. That was my opportunity. That bird was cutting fast. Man, they are so quick. The wind, if I was into the wind with those birds, that would have been so much better, because they just picked up and the wind just took them away.
Too far, but I tried them. There might be more, there often is. I'm gonna get ready. It caught me way off guard. Did not expect them to be there. Just crossed the ditch and all of a sudden they're jumping up in front of me. Gee whiz. Ooh, Sharptail. Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo.
My GoPro died, I'm gonna shoot one now.
Yeah.
Here we go, watch out! Yeah! Yeah!
Atta boy! You smoked him.
Yeah, I hit him good.
Look at where he hit. Look at the feathers. There he is.
All right, guys. My GoPro is dead. Kevin's was dead. Your GoPro probably got that out of the corner. We're gonna be grouse hunting tomorrow yet too, but this is my first Manitoba Sharpie right here. They are such cool looking birds. I'm excited to eat one of these for the first time. And we worked hard. We probably walked, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah,
We walked pretty far. Such a cool looking bird. I don't know much about Sharptail. Is this a couple-year-old bird maybe, or?
Yeah, he looks like a good one.
Look at that.
So nice.
All right, we're getting master hunter going on. This is my first Sharpie, new species. All right, we're back. I've had some very bad luck recently with cameras dying, GoPros dying right before the magic moment. Last night, GoPro died. I said, guaranteed I'm gonna shoot a Sharptail now. Sure enough, 2 minutes later, Sharptail flushes, we drop it. Can't make a video out of that. We wanna get at least one shot, so we're all strapped up with some GoPros. Hopefully we can get a decent shot. Sharptail hunting is very tough to film, especially when you're trying to self-film. So hopefully GoPro on the head will make it happen. How many birds do you think we saw yesterday on this field?
It had to have been 25. It's a half section, but we walked it all and
Yeah.
seen probably 25 birds.
Do you think we're gonna, I guess we're walking with the wind and then we'll try to cut back into the wind and that'll give us a little advantage?
Ideally, yeah, we'll back when you walk into the wind, you get a little bit more chance with these birds. They're so fast, so.
Yeah. What was that noise? You get some text messages?
Getting text messages.
Wow. So something else that we found that was pretty cool is when we cleaned that Sharptail yesterday, and it's a gizzard, it was filled with berries. That's what a lot of these birds are feeding on, and you said alfalfa maybe too, picking stuff off the field?
Yeah, picking the alfalfa and the beans in the back there.
Beans.
They're eating that too.
That's what they like. Yeah, they're not as much in the bush like a spruce or rough grouse. Rough grouse, they're, you know, in these open pasture areas and grazing, kind of like a cow. Day 2 in the Interlake region of Manitoba. Here we go. Where do we want to go?
I think if Marcel will let me speak, I think we walk this little corner where we bumped them two up, like grid it back and forth.
All right. No microphone Marcel and no microphone Kevin coming at you. Oh, I need to start tracking on the old iHunter. All right, guys. I've talked about this before, but this iHunter app, this is something Kevin actually showed me. It's got a tracking feature, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. It's good for not walking the same spot twice, or when you want to walk the same spot twice, you know, where you can mark specific things. I marked where we flushed the birds yesterday. So we're splitting up as we did yesterday, and it's just so much more effective. We got 3 GoPros, but hey, I got one yesterday. I just want, you know, to get a shot of the bird flushing and dropping him, because I don't know, it kind of shows how fast and exciting it can be. This is exactly where we flushed that one yesterday. I shot that one. Safe to say he's not here anymore. He's in the fridge. What do we got here? Big old skull. What is this, Kevin? Caribou? Wildebeest? And these little points and stuff are good areas too. They're like, kind of like fishing. They're just high percentage areas where the birds can feel safe and go and eat if they want, whether they're eating crop or if there's berries around, they can tuck back in there. Triangles, that's what my friend Ryan Suffren said. Natural triangles, natural funnels as well. There's something running. Yeah! We got it! Oh man, I heard him running in the bush there. The camera got it. I don't know if you would have seen that bird flying through the bush. Oh, the camera was rolling, the curse is broken. Yesterday the GoPro died right before. This is my second Sharpie. Man, my heart is just pounding. It happens so fast. And that is what I have learned and loved and hated about Sharptail hunting. You just have to be ready, you have to be on alert. And that bird I heard running through the bush right beside me, flushed up, and I shot him through this little brush right here. I'm addicted. My second Sharptail ever. I don't know if the guys know if I hit it or not. They're probably like, where did Jay go?
There could be another one on this point here.
Right here. Oh, don't shoot. Jay, what's coming? What? Yeah. There.
Yeah!
We got him! We got 2! I got the other one too! We got 2! Okay, we gotta go get that other one. We're gonna find it. It'll just take a bit. Oh, this is where I wish we'd a dog. Bring out Sophie and Lucy. Guys, we're looking back and forth. Dude, he was running in the bush. All of a sudden I heard him flush. I swung up and he was just right on the other side of, what are those, willows? Right on the other side, and I shot straight through the trees and he just dropped instantly. It was amazing. Shoot him! Nice. Yes. We got him. That was crazy. We walked this area so hard. I guess he would have dropped somewhere right in here.
I didn't think he made it that far.
And he dropped. Found him. There we go. That guy we had to work for. I apparently didn't get a perfect shot on him, and Marcel finished him off. Yeah, we got it. What happened was I was walking along this edge right here. I heard some running in the woods. All of a sudden I turned, bird flushes. I was able to drop that first bird. And then while I was talking to the camera with you guys, all of a sudden I heard screaming from Kevin. What happened with you guys? You just pushed one?
It flushed right here.
Yeah, they flushed one coming towards me. They decided they weren't going to shoot at it. I threw my GoPro to the ground, turned, and on the swing I was able to hit it. I didn't get it 100%. Then Marcel, Kevin, and myself went walk around the bush. And this is something I really want to stress, is how important it is to follow up if you think you've wounded a bird. Obviously that one is an obvious wounded one, but we spent the time to go look for it. 3 of us gridding back and forth, and these birds held so tight. When they're wounded, they can be just hiding in the bush. We didn't know. We probably almost stepped over it, and then you'll see the clip of Marcel fleshing it up. He was able to finish it off, and yeah, we got some meat that we're gonna cook up later. 2 beautiful Interlake Sharptail Grouse, and man, this is slowly becoming one of my favorite upland game. What a fun hunt. Huge shout out to Kevin. So thankful for friends like him taking me out. Hunting is still so new to me. I'm learning so much every time we go. We tried to film a Sharpie hunt last year. We're not successful, and we came back and made it happen. I can certainly tell you this will not be the last time. It's such an interactive sport, hiking miles every day. And you know, while it can be a little monotonous after a while, those couple seconds where the bird flush, it's everything. It reminded me of muskie fishing. It's just like slow, 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 and then you have to be mentally ready for that moment when the birds flush. I've heard these birds are amazing eating. Can't wait to try it out for part 2. We're headed to the kitchen. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. That was a lot of fun, sharptail hunting, and now I'm excited to try eating one for the first time. I've eaten my share of spruce grouse and rough grouse. I've not eaten a sharptail. So when I transported it back, needed to keep a wing on. So we're gonna chop the wing off. We're gonna do a marinade. We're showing you guys a recipe that I like to do with, you know, you can do it with a bunch of different meat. We're doing a stir fry, but we are gonna do a marinade tonight. So I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, add some soy sauce, and add that dressing. We are first gonna chop this wing off. Wing is gone. Breasting these birds is very, very easy. Since we're making stir fry, I'm gonna already cut it into nice stir fry size strips. All right, so we got our grouse all chopped up. Now we're gonna add some garlic into the bowl. Got this handy dandy little cruncher. We are now about to add some zesty Italian dressing. We're gonna add a half cup of that. Now we're gonna add a 1/4 cup soy sauce. If you add too much soy sauce, it can get salty. A little soy sauce. And then we're gonna add onion powder. I don't know what even the spoon says. It's really, I'm just guessing on all this, 1/2 teaspoon. This is what Sam just told me to do. I'm gonna stir it around a bit. There you have it. We will see you guys in the kitchen tomorrow.
What time is it? It's Sam's kitchen.
All right, so what are we doing first? Olive oil?
A little bit of olive oil. I think I'm gonna cook the meat first because I've never cooked this before, me personally, and I just don't want to mess it all the way up. So we're gonna do that first, and then we'll put it on a separate plate, and then do the veggies, and then mix it all in together afterwards. So this stir fry, I haven't done it with Sharpies because I've never eaten Sharpies before, but I've done it with wild turkey, done it with goose, done it with pike, done it with walleye, done it with chicken. It's just a very basic stir fry, and today we're doing it with Sharpie. You know, mixing into a stir fry is good for someone that isn't used to wild meat. It's not like you're eating just plain steaks of whatever it might be. I think it's a good way that there's just a lot of flavors going on. They don't get so hung up on if it has a bit of a gamier taste. Everyone likes stir fry. So we got carrots, peppers, onions, broccoli, corn,
and some mushrooms. Very basic. And then as far as veggies go, you want to cook the harder veggies first and then move on to the softer ones. So we're going to start with the carrots, broccoli, onions, and then peppers, and then corn and mushrooms at the end. All right, Sam just took the meat off. Now we're adding some veggies.
Carrots. And a little bit of garlic.
All right, we added in some mushrooms. What else? We're gonna let it cook a little more and then maybe some sauce. We got soy sauce, China Lily.
And Jay's favorite.
And my favorite, stir fry sauce. I actually don't know what stir fry sauce is, but it's delicious.
And if you want a more complex recipe, go follow Josh McFadden or something, 'cause we ain't got time around here.
Look at the color though.
Maybe like 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then we'll let it sit for a bit.
All right, we're gonna add a little more sauce, but next we're gonna add the Sharpie. Probably should have cooked it too. Oh wow, that fogged it real good. Typically with wild meat, you don't want to cook it as much as you maybe cook a chicken or something. You want to cook it like medium rare or rare. It's just otherwise it gets really tough. So that's my tip of the day. A little more sauce, and we are going to pull this off. The oven? What do you
oven.
think? Stove.
Typically, before I met Jay, we would always just have rice underneath our stir fry. This is a new realm of deliciousness. Chow mein noodles, crunchy noodles.
You put down a nice little bed.
Make a little bed, a little nest. Get your veggies, get your Sharptail.
All right, we are going to say grace and thank the good Lord for this amazing feast and enjoy some wild game. Thank you guys for watching. We got more hunting videos on the way. We'll see you next time. That marinade was good. Oh, that's hot.